up everybody, it's Balmung here, and today I'm going to bring you a nice little quick guide on rated Battlegrounds. For those of you who do not know, I've been 2300 in RBGs, which is nothing too impressive, but I figured I could give you guys some tips for those of you who are who want to get started doing RBGs. They're a lot of fun, and they're a great experience, so let's get started. The ideal comp this season is a dot cleave. In order to run the dot cleave, you need a Protection Warrior as your flag carrier, Resto Shaman, Holy Paladin, Disc Priest, Affliction Warlock, a Frost DK, Sub Rogue, Fire Mage, and 2 Boomkins. Some people prefer to run 2 Affliction Locks. I like running 2 Boomkins just because I like the damage they can do. It's also really helpful if your casters have some PvE pieces to make their damage even higher. Now, the most important thing in RBGs that I want to talk about is crowd control. Now, if you CC correctly, you are guaranteed to win. If you do not, you will simply get outplayed. Now, what I mean by CCing correctly, I mean you want everybody to call the target that they're going to CC and then assure that it landed. So if I'm a Warlock and I want to CC their Disc Priest, I'm going to say, alright, I'm fearing the Priest XY now. Alright, he's feared. And then hopefully somebody after that will be like, alright, I'm going to Cyclone him afterwards, or I'll silence out of that. Alright, he's silenced. And then just so you chain the CC. Because obviously, if you can chain your CCs correctly and use them correctly, it'll secure you a kill because there's not as many people that are capable of doing anything on the field because they are being controlled. Now, that is honestly one of the most important things. Like, if you can CC correctly, you win almost all of your fights, and winning your fights is the most important aspect in RBGs, just like everything else. So as long as you're doing that correctly, it'll definitely make it a lot better for your group. Alright, now we're going to get into specific guides per whichever map you are on. Now for flag carrying maps, they're all basically the same for Warsong Gulch and Twin Peaks. You guys are going to start up here in the Alliance area, and the Horde are going to start down here, obviously. Now when you go out, you're going to want your whole entire group to go to the middle. Just go to the middle. They'll do the same exact thing. Except you want to send your flag carrier and 1 Holy Paladin this way. Go run along the side to go up to their room to try to get their flag. The reason you send a Holy Paladin with them is because sometimes they'll send a rogue to try to go slow him down or try to kill him himself. And you don't want the warrior to come grab the flag down here and then have the warrior be running back here alone, because what will happen is their group right here fighting in the middle will just come over and crash your flag carrier and kill him right there, and that's not good. This happened to teams I've faced a few times because they're stupid and they let that happen. Now, while your flag carrier and your Holy Pally are running over here getting the flag, there's going to be a huge battle here in the middle between your team and the other team. The best thing to do is to try to have your Frost DK. Your Frost DK is going to try to grip in the closest person on their team, try to grip them over to your side, and then if you're good enough, your Rogue will smoke bomb on top of him, and you guys can get a real quick kill on the first guy. And then when that happens, you just got to make sure you guys are chain CCing, calling out your targets, and killing the correct targets. Now, once you've wiped them once or twice, if you're lucky, their flag carrier will be coming down the ramp this way, and if you have completely wiped them, your group right here will be able to break off and go CC their healer with him and just drop the flag carrier as soon as possible, but most likely that never happens. So what happens normally is the flag carrier will end up making it all the way back here and hang out with their rezzers at their graveyard. And your flag carrier and your healer that got the flag, they need to come down. They always come down the ramp, and they run along the side, and they run back to your group. Now, if you guys are wiping up in the middle, you want the flag carrier to come here and hang out right by your graveyard, or even go up the ramp and come on top of the graveyard. So if they were able to get to the flag carrier all alone, you can life grip them down, or you have a priest standing up top and you can life grip them up so they can't reach them as easily. Now, if their flag carrier ends up coming back to their graveyard and your flag carrier is up at your graveyard, what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit here and you're gonna wait for the debuff to go up on their flag carrier. Most of the time they do that too. They'll just sit here, and it depends on how confident you are with your group. If you guys wipe them with ease the first time, you don't even have to wait for stacks. You can just go on in, wipe them just like you did last time. Once you get a few DPS down, just CC the healers, drop a smoke bomb on their tank, and drop them immediately. But a lot of times it's evenly matched, especially at higher MMR, and you can't do that. So you have to wait for stacks. Now if they're sitting here, and let's say there's 3 stacks and they start to push in, what you want to do is leave your flag carrier and a healer back here, and you guys want to meet with them in the middle so they don't get close to your flag carrier, so they can't kill them at all. Otherwise they could get a smoke bomb without you guys even noticing and drop your flag carrier. Another thing you gotta look out for is if they're running 2 druids and a rogue, a lot of times they'll push their whole team up, but they'll have a stealth team of 2 druids and a rogue that'll go around here and go to the back. So if your flag carrier is chilling right here, they'll just try to open up with the 3 of them, and with 3 stacks, most likely drop them. So you want to make sure you have eyes on the stealthers at all time. Now if they push up and you wipe them right here, you guys have to make a push to their flag carrier, especially if they have 3 stacks. What you want to do is split their resers and the guys that you just killed, so they're sitting up here and they cannot res, and you guys can get a quick kill on the flag carrier. Now if it does get to like 5 stacks and they're all still just hanging out here and they have not pushed, the best thing to do, if it's like 5 or 6 stacks, is just push your whole group in, try to CC as many healers and DPS as you can so they cannot peel, and just drop a smoke bomb on the warrior and drop them. It should be relatively easy with 6 stacks on them, and you should be able to drop them with no problem. And then your warrior just runs in and caps it for the win, and then you just rinse and repeat. Another strategy, in case they are wiping you over and over here and they start to push in, if your group can keep them distracted long enough right here, and you send your stealth team, a rogue, a druid, and another druid around, if they have enough stacks, and they're all 3 of them can put out the amount of damage that they're expected to, they can drop the flag carrier relatively easy too. Now this is all subject to change based on the situation. Sometimes, like I said earlier, you'll be fighting in the middle right here, fighting the group. Let's say you've wiped like 3 of their healers or just 3 of their players, and their flag is running right here with just 1 healer. Half the time you can just turn around and kill them immediately, depending on how good your group is, how many you've wiped, and different situations. There's always different things that can be done, or different things that have to be done. Just remember, the most important thing when fighting these big battles in the middle is CC. You have to call out your CCs, you have to chain CC, you have to peel for your healers, and you have to make sure everybody is doing what they need to do correctly. And then don't be afraid if they get the first cap. That's actually happened to me a lot, where they will get the first cap and then my group will start freaking out. Do not freak out. It's 1 cap in these flag maps. That means nothing. Because if you get the second cap, so it's 1-to-1, but you capped last, then you will win because you had the most recent cap. So that's the basic strategy for these flag carrying maps. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to release a video of me doing them without any editing done to it at all, so you can see exactly how it goes about from my point of view and the exact strategy we do in the certain situations. So I hope this helped a few of you guys out, so just let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed it and if it was helpful at all. I'm going to release a video, like I said, of me doing some RBGs on some flag carrying maps so you can see how I react in certain situations. I'll include a Skype call on that too, so you know how we talk to each other while we play. And I'm also going to release more strategy guides on the other maps like Arathi Basin and Eye of the Storm one. So just like, comment, and subscribe for more videos, and thank you for watching.